Hey guys, welcome back to the BID YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have you here. In this video, I want to share with you the strategy that we use for ourselves and the strategy that some of our clients use depending on the type of business that they're running. And in this video, I want to talk to you and share with you how you can get customers through LinkedIn. Let's dive in. All right, when it comes down to LinkedIn, it is important for you to understand that it's mostly a B2B platform. So if you're running a B2B business, if you're doing, let's say, maybe coaching or consulting, and again, it really depends on your ideal customer, right? Who you're targeting. So if your ideal customer is a B2B customer, which is business to business, you 100% have to be on LinkedIn because LinkedIn generates, I would say 80% of B2B business comes from LinkedIn. So you have to be on LinkedIn 100%, and you do need to create some content, you do need to engage with people, you do need to message people, basically send them DMs, and there are different ways how you could do it. So let's talk about the content part first. When it comes down to content, it is important for you to post at least once a day. Just like with any other social media platform, it is important to post on a consistent basis, right? So you can post different things. You can post something that's related to your business, something that's related to your industry, maybe a client that you just got, or an interesting story that you had with one of your clients. It could be interesting in a way where other people can get value out of that story, right? So maybe that client got results and you can share a strategy that you used for that client. Or maybe they did something unexpectedly and then you can simply share the story. You can share your client's story, and then by doing so, you're pretty much gonna receive the credit in a way because you shared the story and people heard it from you, right? So it is important for you to create content. Again, when it comes down to content, you can record videos if you want to, you can just post and just write text. You can write articles on LinkedIn. Articles perform pretty well on LinkedIn and people like reading those. You can also create documents. I'm pretty sure you've seen posts where you can swipe through just like on Instagram, left or right. So when you're doing that, it is important if you want to upload those kind of posts, you need to upload it in the form of a document and make sure that you create it in the form of a PDF document. So on every single page, every single of a PDF document has to be separate. That's how you can basically have separate posts within this entire document. So those are a couple of things that you could do in terms of content. When it comes down to connecting with people, it is important for you to send out connection requests on a daily basis. These days you can send, let's say like back in the days, we could send 100 connection requests in a day, and then out of 100 people, let's say 30 people would accept the connection request. And then out of 30 people, you could chat with some and then maybe get with I would say 5 to 10 people on a call and then see if there is a way for you to work with those people, right? If they could take your service. These days things change a bit because LinkedIn is limiting how many contact requests you can send out. With the latest limit, you can send up to 20 contacts if I'm not mistaken. So you can send only 20 contacts per day unless you're using also LinkedIn Navigator. So in that case, you do have more options to send out connection requests, and not necessarily connection requests, but add those people to your kind of database, your CRM within the LinkedIn Navigator. When it comes down to sending out connection requests, it is important for you to stay consistent. So you have to do it on a daily basis. There are multiple apps, different Google Chrome widgets that you could add and then use them because they're going to do everything automatically. There is Lucia, there are lots of them. But I keep seeing that Lucia app all the time. I've used a couple of them myself and tried as well. So again, you can just Google it and see what's out there. You can definitely check out Lucia. I tried it. It's a pretty nice app. So when you start sending out those connection requests, what you want to do is with the first connection request, LinkedIn gives you an option to send a note. Make sure that you do send a note by saying something, hey, I saw you in this, let's say, group, or we're working in the same industry and I would love to get in touch, or I would love to get connected with you because we're working in the same industry. And I'm pretty sure you've received this kind of messages or this kind of connection requests. Again, some people are using it in a salesy way. You don't have to. The idea of this whole sequence is to bring value first. So for some reason, some people started implementing this strategy in a wrong way, I should say, because whenever they send out the connection request with a note, and then they start sending you, they start bombarding you with different messages, and even they're trying to get you on the call right away without even getting to know you pretty much. So let's say if you accept the connection request, they just send you entire sales pitch, which is not nice, right? Because I mean, nobody's gonna buy their service or product, whatever they're pitching, because you don't really know the person, and they just send you that sales pitch thinking that that's the way to do it, whatever. So when it comes down to messaging, in the beginning, you want to make sure that you do kind of add that note with the connection request. When people accept it, you should definitely say, hey, thanks for accepting the connection request. The entire idea of this sequence, of this messaging sequence, is to get to know the person. It's exactly the same thing as, let's say, if you go to a networking event and then you meet people and then you say, hey, I'm Alex, I do digital marketing. What do you do for a living? So you want to make sure that you're being social, right? Social media is called for a reason social, because you want to make sure that you engage with other people. It wasn't created for you to just do your sales pitches. You want to make sure that you're being social. And then when you talk to people, or let's say you comment on other people's posts, or you create content and you post content, whether it's videos or images or just text, people see all the time, and then you chat with them, and then you comment under their posts. So this whole thing, they see that you're active and you're trying to bring value first, and you're not trying to push your service. You're not trying to pitch them on your service. And when you do all those things, they get curious. And then what happens next, usually on LinkedIn, I shouldn't say usually, it's always there. So right under your name, there's a headline, right? And then whatever you write there, so when you make posts, when you comment, people see it all the time. And that's where you should say what you do and how you can help your ideal customers. So when you engage with other people, you talk to them, you DM them, right? You get in touch with them, you post content. When people see your name all the time, they get curious, and then they click on your profile to see who you are, who is that person. And on your homepage, pretty much on your profile, so we call it a profile funnel, where you can basically describe everything that you do. So on top, you're gonna have the banner, your image, the headline itself. Then you're gonna have the description about yourself. I would say use that area to explain what you do and who you help specifically, right? Because I'm pretty sure you heard it from marketers and maybe other business experts saying that it is important for you to know who is your ideal customer. So when ideal customers go through your profile and they read and they go through your description, they pretty much understand who you are, what you do, and who you help, right? So if they get curious and they want to get more information about the service that you provide, they're going to DM you. Or you can email me at this email, right? So they're going to either DM you or they will send you an email. And that's how you're getting leads from LinkedIn. Again, you don't have to be pushy or salesy on LinkedIn. So if I'm going to recap all these things, it is important to post on LinkedIn. It is important to engage with other people's posts. So what I mean is comment under their posts and try to pretty much have a conversation under their posts. Because the more you're going to comment under people's posts, the more people are going to see it, and the more visitors you're going to get on your page, therefore more leads, and those leads are going to convert into customers. That's already depends on you if you are good at sales. So again, it's content creation, engaging with other people's posts, and connecting with people on LinkedIn directly, and make sure that you do stay in touch with them. So let's say if they have a job anniversary, you should definitely send them a message. That's basically a reason for you to get in touch with them. Let's say if you talk to them once and second time and third time. And by the way, you do need to talk to people and follow up at least 6 to 7 times in order for people to buy a service from you, a product or service from you. That's how people work these days, because there is too much information out there, and it is important to have multiple touch points. So it could be, let's say, you could send out 4 messages, and then they're going to see a couple of your posts, and then maybe you're going to comment under their posts. So at this point, you're going to have multiple touch points, and they'll get interested of who you are. They'll want to learn more about you and what you have to offer. So these are the 3 main things that you should do on LinkedIn specifically. If you run a B2B, if you offer a B2B service, and start implementing these techniques and strategies, and let us know in the comments how it worked for you. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're trying to bring as much value as possible. If you have questions about marketing and you want to learn more about BAD and the BAD Academy itself, head over to buildingincomeondemand.com and then check out what we have to offer. We have multiple resources out there. We have multiple articles, great guides that you could download for yourself. And maybe you can become one of our clients, and we'll be more than happy to help you.